Hey guys, James Wilson-Taylor here for Rock Sound. It is the latest of our video calls. We are chatting to everybody while we're all kind of stuck at home at the minute. I'm delighted to say we've got Meet Me at the Altar on the line. How are you guys?
Good, how are you?
Good. Nice to meet you guys. Nice to meet you. We'll start this off in the way we've started them all off, which say, hope you guys, hope your loved ones, you're all keeping safe, keeping well throughout the madness of the last 12 months or so. How just generally have you guys kind of been getting on? Are you guys all living together at the minute, or are you, I guess, close enough by, clearly?
Yeah, we're in the same house now. We moved in together when we got signed. And it's very weird because literally before that, we were in different states for like 5 years.
Yeah.
But it's been nice being able to be under the same roof, even though we still kind of function in our own little separate ways.
I mean, it's got to be kind of good for you guys in a way to suddenly be thrust together like that. And then as the world changes, I mean, you're presumably kind of used to this remote working online stuff more than even being out in physical rooms, right?
It's very backwards.
It's like really crazy because when Corona wasn't a thing, around I missed that time. We were in separate states, and all these other bands were able to be together and practice like every day and everything. And then when Corona happened, it switched, and now we're together.
Yeah.
And
everyone else is apart.
So it's really crazy.
Has this been like intensive rehearsal period for you guys then? How's it working day to day for you?
Honestly, like we haven't even there's nothing to rehearse for, but
I mean, fair.
We've been writing like so much music.
Oh, cool.
But we still kind of do it how we did it before, even though we're in the same house now. Right. Like we'll write our parts separately and then literally send them over the phone.
Yeah, we still do that, but it's just so natural for us because we did that for so long, and it's kind of like that mindset of like, why fix something that's not broken?
Yeah.
The only thing that's changed is that Tay and I write lyrics in the same room now. But that's the only difference. The only thing. With our writing process since we moved in. Like nothing's really changed.
Like you say, if you find what works, why change it? That makes sense, guys. And before we get into kind of music and stuff, I guess because it's the first time we're getting to chat to you, let's talk a little bit about how it started out. Because as you kind of implied, kind of a unique thing. You guys didn't really know each other going in. You kind of connected. Was it online? You kind of found each other, right?
Yeah, through YouTube.
Oh, on YouTube.
Cool. Well, tell me a little bit about, I guess, just that decision to go, hey, you guys seem cool. You guys seem like-minded, like the same music. Let's start a band. When did that kind of formulate?
Funny story. I was 16 and Taylor was 14, and I used to do drum covers all the time on YouTube. And she came across one of my drum covers and she contacted me and was kind of just like, hey, you're a girl like I am. You play music like I do.
Hello, stranger, you're a girl like I am.
Yeah, and it was like, this is so perfect. Like, we should be best friends. And I was like, that's a perfect idea. And we became friends. And then after like 2 days of being friends, she was like, hey, you know what we should do? We should start a band. And I was like, yeah, I'll totally start a band with some girl in Florida. Who's 2 years younger than me. I don't see why not. And that's exactly what we did. And after like maybe like a couple weeks, we started hosting auditions on YouTube because we needed a singer. And that's how we met Edith. But Edith we didn't even, because we did auditions, like I said, and we didn't even choose Edith for the first time. But 2 years later, we eventually, obviously, joined the band.
Well, like I was 14 at the time when I was on YouTube. And I was just like surfing on the web, like a normal 14-year-old girl. And I saw Ada's video, my recommended, and it said, I'm in a band and we need a singer. And I was like, whoa.
First of all, can we just like thank that algorithm?
It's right? So
like, shout out to the algorithm, guys. Shout out to the algorithm. Get in the
all I did was open the YouTube app and it was right there. That's crazy.
Man,
I was like, I gotta click on this. I gotta click on it. So I clicked on it. I tried out with Paramore's All I Wanted. And then
big choice. Big song choice that.
We gave everyone like it was like 5 options and we put that on there because we like if anyone's ballsy enough to like use this and if they're good too, we should choose them, obviously.
That's a good like sneaky way with an audition. It's like just have that ringer song in there. It's like, right, okay, if they pick that one, that's something, right?
You're either gonna be good or you're gonna mess it up terribly.
Legit.
So I sent that in and they didn't choose me. Well, Tara chose me. But she was outnumbered.
Yeah.
We also had another member at the
That's
time.
fine. Yeah.
Which is like insane. I don't even know how that happened. But I was like, for some reason, I was like, you know what? It doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter because I'm gonna be in the band, and like I'm in the band. I just told myself, I was like, I'm in the band. I'm still in the band. And
You're like tweaking in the corner.
I was like, I'm gonna be in the band. So it just didn't hit me that they didn't choose me, and I just decided, I was like, Edith, like, you're gonna be in the band, girl. I looked at myself in the mirror, I was like, you're gonna be in the band. And then I got in contact with Taya, and I bothered her every single day. I don't even know why I gave you your number, but you did.
I don't know.
And then I was texting her every day. I was like, do you need a singer? Do you need a singer? I would not shut up for like 2 years straight. And then eventually
I just gave up.
Taya was like, just shut up. Yes. And I was here. So.
And now hey, it worked out. Persistence proved to be the right move. That's great, man. And then you go from there. Again, it's kind of weird when it's happening in this kind of shutdown year, but it's so cool to see you guys go from that, forming completely naturally in there from all different spaces of the country, and now you're signed to Fueled by Ramen. That's such a crazy, awesome moment. When did that kind of thing start becoming a possibility? So you guys are playing together, you're writing together. When does this kind of, I guess, signing level start to be an option for you?
It's crazy because everything happened so fast.
Right.
It was slow for literally like 4 or 5 years. Just not much was happening. We would put out music and like it would get like kind of response, but like not much was happening. And then I think it was like August of 2019, we started getting label interest from like other labels. We turned down a couple deals. It made us really realize like what we wanted and how much we valued our worth and what we thought our worth was. And then after we put out Garden, that song it was a blow up for us, on that level. And we started talking to Johnny Minardi, the A&R of Fueled by Ramen, and it was like, are we actually like talking to them? Because like for any band, pretty much like that is the goal. Fueled by Ramen, like there's nowhere up from there, which is so crazy that we're here already. It just all happened so quick, and here we are.
It's definitely like, it was really weird because it was bittersweet because, when like the light shined on the Black Lives Matter movement and with the George Floyd murder, people were like seeking out Black art. Like they were like, okay, they woke up and they're like, okay, we need more inclusion. We need to support all the stuff. And that's when we really started to blow up, which is like, it's cool, but it makes us sad just because it had to be and that
like
under
really
that
it took that for you to start looking,
right? So we have like a weird little like relationship with like that, but I mean, it was cool, but it just made us feel a little weird.
Yeah, I can only imagine, but I at the same time, I suppose you had already built enough of a following online to capture that attention in the first place. And the basis of that is entirely off your songwriting and the fact that Garden is a big, big song and people went, oh, that's interesting. So, I mean, you've got to take comfort from the fact, I suppose, that that's your calling card really is the music in itself. And speaking of Garden, that's obviously at this point kind of the song you guys are most known for and the one that most people have heard if they've heard any of your music at this point. Let's talk a little bit about that, because what a great kind of kickoff single for you guys. When did that one start to come together? I take it must have been one of the earliest things you were playing around with, right?
It was so long ago. I think it was like maybe like August of 2019. Because I had like just got into college and like that was like one of the first guitar riffs that I came up with. And I remember waiting for my roommate to leave the room because she would never leave. She was always in the room. And I wanted to record it, but I'm always like awkward like recording around people. But she finally left and I didn't forget it. Thank the Lord, because that would have sucked. But yeah, that like from the start, it just felt like, this is a sick song.
We know you're obviously playing around with new music and stuff at the minute. How much is in the locker there from the past? How many songs there from those early days have we yet to hear?
I don't even know at this point. Like we have written, and it's so weird because I feel like the whole like Corona is just this time doesn't really flow like it did before.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like we have so much from back then, but also so much from now. And
Yeah.
even though there's such a big gap, it does still sound like cohesive, which is really cool. But yeah, we got a lot planned. A lot planned.
It's exciting, man. We'll come on to that. Or I'll try and get some hints out of you on that in just a second. Now, before we do, I do want to mention, you know, what's been very, very cool is seeing some of the support you guys have gotten from big figures in the industry. And I know people you've admired for a long time. I want to mention Hayley first off, because I mean, you know, one of the greatest to ever do it, really. And the fact that she seemingly has been very, very supportive for you guys, not in terms only in terms of your music, but understand she's been giving like advice and stuff. I've seen you guys have had a chat with her a couple of times, right? Any wise words she was able to pass on to you as you guys kick off the career?
Honestly, our conversations with her are pretty just like chill.
That's cool too.
Only spoken to her. We met her on FaceTime once, and she was so kind and genuine and
very easy to talk to.
Very easy to talk to. She gave us a lot of compliments, which is really, really nice. She was like, I've been watching you guys are awesome. And she talked about how important it was that we were coming up because we're women of color and there's no people of color. And she talked about how important that was. And it was really cool.
Yeah, especially because like we've obviously all idolized her forever. Yeah. So we've had like countless full circle moments as a band, and it's so many. It's like so hard to wrap our heads around because we're 20, you're 21, like we're so young, and we've already like it's
crazy because I auditioned with Paramore song. We ended up on Fueled, which is their label, and then we talked to Hayley.
I found Ada through her 21 Pilots cover.
Yeah,
and we're on Fueled. Like it's so weird.
They tweeted.
Tyler Joseph tweeted at us once.
I remember our notification. I was just about to go to bed too, and I was like, I'm gonna rest my eyes, gonna have a good old sleep.
Nope. And then sleep that night.
The phone started blowing up, and I was like, what happened?
I was literally I was in my room, and we're like our rooms are pretty close, and I was just like laying, and I heard Ada scream from her room, and then I saw the notification on my phone that said 21 Pilots tagged you. And I was like, what? I know why Ada's screaming.
I was like, we should probably go check on her to make sure she's all right.
I've never heard Ada scream before.
I was like, this is really happening right at this very moment. That's crazy.
That's awesome, though. It's so great to see that level of support coming through, particularly people like in the scene or, you know, whatever we want to call it these days. It's just really, really cool to see that. And another one I want to mention as well is Halsey, because you guys benefited from her Black Creators Fund, which is such a cool project to do anyway. But also just for musicians, as you well know, when you're starting at that level, like you're saying, you know, you're separated across the country, you're, you know, starting college, all these kind of things, to have that support, not just from an industry leader like that, but financially as well, that's got to be such an amazing confidence boost, if nothing else, right?
Oh, definitely. It's so crazy. Like, even thinking about it now, like, we are such a young band, and to already have that kind of support is amazing. It is everything that we would have ever wanted, which is awesome. I still can't I still haven't wrapped my head around it all the way.
Yeah.
Like part of me feels like we're just dreaming. Like we're gonna wake up
literally,
and
I feel like part of that is just because we can't play a show. Because I feel like once we are able to get back on the road, then it'll probably hit us. But it hasn't hit us like that yet, because we can't physically see our crowd grow, but so we just see numbers online. Yeah,
it's kind of like some Black Mirror-esque type.
It's like, what?
But I tell you though, again, it's what put you guys in a really good advantage point, given how you came up, is the fact that in this weird time we're all stuck at home. I know you've seen it. Every single band under the sun is suddenly trying to get online and be like, we need to find ways to make this work again. And you guys were already prepped for it. You've done a really good job building a fan community online. I mean, you must feel, even if you're not able to get in front and play shows in a minute, that connection's there, right? You must see it online every day.
Yeah, definitely. That was such a huge part, even early on, is connecting with people online. Because when you go to tour online, you can talk to literally anyone. So you have people in this city that you've built a relationship with. We have a community number where we text our fans. It's so cool to be able to be that close to them, even though we're this far away.
Yeah. We're really big on interacting with our fans, because we were once fangirls, and we would have loved to talk to our favorite bands like this.
Exactly. It's so genuine for us too. Like you can tell if like a band doesn't actually want to. They're like,
we text them about the stupidest stuff. Anything at all.
Really anything.
We send each other memes. It's like very amazing.
I feel like that's part of like Gen Z, because everyone just feels like we know each other. It's like, you're my friend.
Yeah, it's going to be a big show full of friends when it does come, when you get back out on the road. That's really nice.
Make it so fun. Like I'm waiting to feel that energy.
Yeah.
I'm like super excited for like our first show back, because I know it's going to be a very important time of our careers, because we had to wait like 2 years, and I know that's also going to be like a very important moment for us as a band, and a very good bonding experience for us to like finally see it. It's gonna be a very emotional day, but it's gonna be awesome.
Because like before, and we still don't know what our reach truly is, but before we would play shows to like 15, 20 people, and like we'd be ecstatic about that, you know? So it's gonna be crazy to see how much we've actually grown.
Yeah, spoiler, it's going to be more than 20 people next time. I'm just guessing.
I hope so.
Just guessing. I think we don't have to guess. I think we're going to be okay on that one. Let's talk a little bit about what's to come then, because of course you have been working on new music. What are the kind of aims for the rest of 2021 then? I guess putting out more singles. Is there an album plan or anything like that? Who are you kind of working with at the minute?
So we have some singles that are going to be rolling out pretty soon. We definitely have some stuff in the works. I don't know how much we can talk about, but the next release that we put out is going to be us. Like, it's literally going to be who we are into songs, because that's super important for us to just be super genuine in our songs and stuff. But we've also been working with some amazing people. We're just creating some really cool music.
And it's like you can see like the clear like path, but the path makes a lot of sense for us. It's still very us.
It's like different but not.
Right. Yeah. It's still very us, but it's like a lot of like, it's even more nostalgic, and it's like 2008, but like like sparkled 2008. So it fits in the time.
It's like if like 2008 is now a grown-up. This is our music.
I like that. Sparkle 2008 is like a great term for what you guys do. That's so good. But like as well, in terms of this new music and things, presumably you've been writing more and more at home, like you said. How has the kind of recording process worked? Have you got like some kind of studio setup you've been able to work with at home, or have you had to try and find little windows here and there?
Luckily, we have a like rehearsal / studio space.
Great. That's
like 10 minutes away from our house. Super convenient. But yeah, like we'll record all of our demos there. We can rehearse there. We've actually, by the time this is out, the Garden Acoustic, we recorded in our rehearsal space.
And it's like super convenient, because our producer just flies down and he's able to record us in our space, so it's really convenient.
Yeah, especially like during COVID and everything, like it's harder to book actual studio time, so it's very convenient.
Nice. No, it's all very exciting stuff, guys, and I guess I'll leave you with this then. This is a question I like to ask when people are kind of starting out, particularly around the first few singles. What do we want to be talking about when we have this conversation a year from now? What are the kind of things you want to tick off? What are the things? Let's say that COVID ends tomorrow, right? Let's put that to one side. But in a regular world, what are the kind of things you guys want to be doing over this next year and really kind of tick off some boxes on your to-do list there?
Festivals.
If COVID was gone, literally like
tours.
Yeah, Coachella.
Oh yeah.
Dude, there's so much that we've looked forward to accomplishing, and it's like it sucks because of COVID, but also it's kind of leveled the playing field for us, because we felt like we were behind because we would constantly get buried under everything, but now we've gotten so much more support. So like when we do go back, it's gonna be insane.
We want like everything in the book. Radio play, a bunch of radio play. We want Grammys. We want
cool collabs.
Yeah, who's on the collab wish list? Who have you got there lined up?
Collab wish list. Oh, where do you start? Obviously, Hayley Williams is like.
Yeah, that's way up there.
She'd be at the top. Alex from All Time Low.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
I'd like to do like a song with literally anyone from Blink-182.
Yeah.
Very cool. Hey, things to aim for. Things that you're in this world now, guys. Things to aim for sure.
Yeah, it's weird because it's not even that far out of reach anymore. It's like, yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, hit them up. Give them a call. It'll make sense. I guess this will be my last question then. Let's talk about those live shows. When they do return, we really, really hope it's sooner rather than later. How much have you guys been planning? I imagine, given that everyone's stuck at home, everyone's so desperate to get back out in front of those crowds, you must have a vision for what you want those first shows back to be, right? How much have you thought about this?
We are literally gonna give it our all. Like, we want, especially the first show back, to be like, holy shit, I miss shows. Like, we want it to hit so hard. Sick lighting, sick sound. It's gonna be like top notch.
Yeah.
It's exciting, man. We can't wait to see it. And we hope to see you guys over here in the UK whenever that's allowed. Again, we hope it's going to be sooner rather than later, but we'd love to see it. In the meantime, guys, really excited to see what you're doing. Stay safe out there. Looking forward to lots of new music, and we'll chat to you again soon. All right.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much. All right. Maybe the ultra, everybody.